What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 4. Now, first up, guys, want to just say apologies that this video is coming out a lot later than usual, coming out on Sunday instead of Saturday. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I mentioned this on Twitter, how the reviews this week are going to all be delayed. Hiroaka, SAO, and JoJo, they're all going to be delayed. SAO and JoJo, those are going to get delayed till next week, because I mentioned, as I said there, finals week is coming up this week, so your boy needs to be working hard, hitting them books, and, focusing on those. But I wanted to get Hiroaka out this week first, just because, it's Hiroaka. You guys know this series is my fucking shit. So, of course, I wanted to get this review out first for you guys. Well, so, you guys are looking where the SEO and JoJo reviews are. Those are going to be happening next week, probably either on Thursday or Friday. That's when I'll get so when I watch the episodes, and, of course, review them for you all. Also, guys, one last thing. I know I mentioned last week how I was going to do a reaction for this week's episode. Not gonna happen. I recorded the reaction, but guess what? The footage ended up getting corrupted or whatever, glitched out. So I lost the footage essentially. Now nothing really happened in this episode. No, oh shit, holy shit moments, So it's not a huge loss. I'm pissed off that I didn't get it. But hey, what can you do? Next week though, we're gonna do a reaction. There's gonna be a reaction. Trust me, guys. Next week we will get a reaction. I will get out a reaction for you guys. But anyway. Enough of me rambling, let's just jump right in, because this episode was awesome. So he starts this off. You start with Tamaki. He talks about how he first came in, went to this new school for the 3rd grade, first day of school. He introduces me like, I'm a cheeky, and and I'm just sitting there being like, what? Just what chatting? I'm being like, what? Man, you want to speak it up? But anyway, after that, Tamaki mentions how, that after that glorious introduction of his, he of course sat down. Everyone else, the other students, clustered in with their other friends that they knew from the previous term, and knowing that he was all alone because who wants to talk about the new kid that failed to get that, embarrassed himself with his introduction and everything, yada yada yada. I won't lie, I know that feeling. Going to a new school, people are talking to each other, they know each other, and you're kind of like the odd man out. I know that feeling. So then our boy Togata comes in there being like, hey man, hey, I'm Jiki. I couldn't hear you over there what you were saying, but did you say you like heroes? He's like, well, yeah. And then from there, Togata just starting up a conversation. But here's like, oh, what's your favorite and everything. And Tamaki's narration from his present self mentions how you were the first guy to talk to me. You talked to the new kid, and you shine. And I couldn't help but notice how much you shine. You shine brightly like the sun. Yada yada yada. We already know this. I'm sure this is giving the Yaoi fangirls tons of material to work with, which makes me want to vomit. But whatever. What can you do with these fucking people? So anyway, after that we return back to the raid. We got Tamaki and the other guys. Togata and the others just trying to get through the crowds, trying to get through all the guys while they're trying to get inside. And we see one last thing where we see Togata running forward. He's like, and he says, I wonder, can I shine as brightly as you did? You just see this light just kind of surrounding Togata. So after we have the amazing OP, man. I love the OP for season 4, man. It's such good shit. We get back to the raid. You got Suneater and everyone working together, trying to get through this thing, trying to get through inside to the thing. You got all these guys. You got all the other guys trying to stop them and everything. Other heroes are trying to take care of the guys outside while they're trying to get through. I'm actually kind of surprised Suneater is getting on the front line, because the dude does not look like much of a fighter. I mean, the dude's coming out wearing a suit, for Christ's sake. But hey, maybe he's like Aizawa, where he actually knows some moves. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Or maybe he'll just just use, I don't know, or maybe he'll just use his foresight with them and just dodge their attacks. We'll have to wait and see what Suneater can do in a fight. I don't know if we're even gonna see him fight, that is. So anyway, after that, but yeah, then they go over there. They go through the hallway. They're like, okay, we're finally in, but where the hell is everyone? Tamaki's wondering if there was a leak with all these guys coming after us, and the cop, the guy that was holding up the warrant, which is kind of weird because you got all these guys coming. She mentioned this where he's like, you have all these villains coming at you with quirks, and here's just this one guy holding up a piece of paper, being like, we have a warrant. So he's like, that's gonna help, That's a kind of funny when you think about it. But anyway, so the dude gets in. So anyway, yeah. So they go through the hallway. The dude says it's probably not, that this is really just, just like, this is just how strong the Bondsman was their boss, and that, when you're working in the underworld, loyalty is that much more sacred. Kirishima's like, what? They're having their henchmen do all the work? That's not manly at all! Gotta love Kirishima, man. You gotta love him. So, after that, they keep going through the hallway. Sir Night-Eye, we get some more flashbacks from Sir Night-Eye when he used his foresight. Another guy, he manages to find a potted plant, which is where he goes to does some like little code by pressing on the floorboards on it in specific order to unlock some secret passageway. Sir Night-Eye does all that. A few guys come out there, Bubble Girl and his other sidekick, which I'm shocked they didn't throw in some I'm shocked we haven't seen any human centipede jokes yet from this guy, but hey, whatever, And so they take care of these. So Bubble Girl and him take care of those two guys while everyone else goes through the hallway and goes down there to the basement or underground. Excuse me. Once they get down there, the hallway they're going on gets blocked up by this wall, and they're like, oh crap, they're like, what's going on now? It's blocked off, what's going on here? And Rocklock mentions, I know he can destroy stuff and rearrange them, but damn, with the wall. And then Togata goes in there to check see if there is any things behind that. And I think it was Kirishima mentioned, like, wait, no man, don't do it, you'll be naked, which of course happened, because if I remember correctly, when Togata faced off against UA in the last episode of season 3, I think he was naked for like a majority of that fight because, of course, this UA Sports gym outfit just kind of fell off of him. But Tamaki tells him that the suit is made out of his hair. That's like essentially made out of like some fabric that's made from his hair, so that it stays on them when he goes through walls. Which he also takes off his helmet as well, so I'm guessing his helmet isn't made from that same material. I'm assuming. So he goes through there, opens the thing, and he says, "Yep, the hallway's clear. It's just a little like wall there to block them off." So Kirishima and these crew break down the wall with shoot style, and I forget what Kirishima called it. Its attack. They break through the wall, and then like, oh, that didn't suck. So they go through there to keep going to find the guys, and then we head over to Mimic. Mimic injects himself with some of those quirk-enhancing drug that's most likely made from Ares' blood, and we see him kind of take on more of a human form for a second there, and then before he goes right into the wall, and then we get some freaky Inception type shit going on right here, man. So after Mimic is inside the wall, we just see the walls and everything just start shifting around, moving around in like very unnatural ways you expect walls to move. Like I said, it's like in an Inception where you see like the roads will kind of like come on top. You remember if any of you guys see Inception or any other weird crazy shit that happened in that movie? That's what happens here. You see, and then you see Bubble Girl and the Centipede guy. They're like, whoa, what the hell's going on there? When they see all the walls moving and everything, and they even mention one of them mentions how this is pretty much into a living maze. Rocklock mentions how no way he can really be able to do it on this level. He should only be able to do something that's like about the size of a refrigerator, but then fact reminds that he's probably taking some of those quirk enhancement drugs, so that's probably why he's able to do it on this kind of scale. Sir Night-Eye Fat Gum Master Rachel can't erase his quirk, but Rachel tells you he has to see his body first. Yep. What else is going on? Togata, and then we see Tamaki. Man, this guy is like such a buzzkill. My god, this dude's like, oh, we have to hurry up, otherwise we'll lose Harry. Who am I kidding? They'll leave with the girl and we're all gonna die here. I'm like, fam, not even Matt Murdock in Daredevil season 3 was this fucking depressing. Like, come on, like, Christ, man, does everything have to be like, the worst case scenario with you, man? Like, come on, line up a little bit. Togata then comes in, taps on the shoulder, reminds him that that's not gonna happen. We're gonna get Eri and we're gonna go. So after that, Togata pretty much just starts charging forward about, even though the walls move, where the direction they still have to go is still there, and also because Togata can go through walls, all this Inception shit going on right now, and it blocking away passageways is pretty much nothing to him. It's null and void to him. So he ends up just going forward, going through some falls, or going through some walls, and that's the last time we see him in the episode. That is in, flashbacks. So after that, a massive hole just kind of opens up within the within the underneath the floor, and they fall down to a lower level where they are met with three of the bullets of the Saikai. I don't remember any of their names, but we're just gonna call him Shinji knockoff from Bleach, the Big Guy, and Scarecrow. That's what I'm gonna call these three. So Shinji's quirk was larceny, Big Guy was crystallization, and Scarecrow was food. And that last one was a lie. Like I swear, I wouldn't be surprised if the other guy, the Scarecrow dude, was based off of like some slasher villains, from like Friday. Was based off some slasher villains, and you could definitely tell how much of a Bleach fan Horikoshi is, because that dude with the katana, that he looks a lot like Shinji. I'm not even bullshitting you on that. Like legit, look at take a picture of him and take a picture of Shinji. They look very much. They even wear similar clothing. It's like you can definitely tell Horikoshi's playing some homage there, which I like. I love how much Horikoshi pays homage to Bleach as well as Naruto. Although sometimes he's a little bit more obvious about it. I'm like, okay, man, you're not even trying at this point, but but anyway. So Tamaki tells them, let me take care of these guys by myself. We can't all stay here. All these guys want us to do is to stall us while they go and get area out of there. I'll stay here. You guys go on ahead. And of course, Kirishi was like, nah, man, come on, we gotta work together. So, and he's like, nah, man, we can work together. And then he tells back, I know I can do this. Let me do this. I can do this by myself. So then, and also we see Eraser quirks a couple times. And right before he leaves, he takes the Scarecrow dude where, like I mentioned, his quirk is food, and just and he kind of knocks him out. But it looked like he almost snapped his neck before he then he threw him on the floor. I don't know, because it looked like he just went unconscious by the time his hand, Aizawa put his hand on his head, but whatever. That guy gets knocked out, and they go on ahead. And so after that, Tamaki's trying to hold these guys back while everyone else is trying to move forward. Which also, guys, you guys might remember I mentioned last week that it seems like what's going to happen here is going to happen what happened in the Sasuke retrieval arc, where you got the group of guys, which was like, what was it, Naruto, Akiba, Neji, and who else was in there? Damn it! I feel like I'm missing one. Shino. I think Shino was also Choji. I think those guys were there too. And remember how in that arc, you had the guys coming out there, but then they would be one of the guys from Orochimaru's guy, and one of them would stop to take care of him guy, but there would be another one, and then the group of Naruto's group would slowly be chipped away before all was left was Naruto for him to go and get Sasuke. And it looks like this arc's gonna go in that same direction, where you got Togito here went on his own thing, going to the walls. Here you just got Tamaki taking care of these guys. Next we have Kirishima taking on those guys in some dark room, and then after that, I don't know. Maybe we'll have, and also of course there's Uraraka over there and Sue all the way in the front of the house taking care of that other guy along with the Dragoon hero Ryuku. So it looks like that's what the direction this arc's going to go in. So it's going to slowly chip away until all that's left by the time they reach Overhaul. It's probably just going to be Izuku and Togita. Probably maybe also Suneater as well, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So anyway, Falcon and the others they're going on their way to keep finding Eri. Kirishima's like, why'd you leave him? Come on, we should have stayed there. What's going on? And Rocklove's like, yeah, man, he's from your agency, so I looked after you. But you sure this is a good idea to leave him behind? I mean, it's 3-on-1. And he says that Tamaki's only weakness is that he has zero self-confidence. The man, like I said before, is a parody of Sasuke. But even without that, like if he ever gets nervous, he draws a blank, all that other stuff. But he is the strongest guy here, and he is. But even with all that, with all these problems and with the self-confidence and everything, he still ended up becoming a part of the big three. So if he says he can take him, then he can take him. So then we get back to Tamaki. Guy got the guys wrapped up, and he's about to ready to knock them up. He has his fist turned into squid tentacles, and just has his fist close to his face, like, all right, I'm about to knock you off. So see ya. So he goes for the punch for the guy with the sword, but once he does, one of the tentacles gets cut off, and you see some blood coming. It's like, oh, I made you flinch, didn't I? You can't flinch when you're against the essentially human garbage, and which they go on and on about the whole thing about them being like human garbage and everything, which we'll talk more about that in a second about how they got introduced to Overhaul and everything. But so from there, pretty much all their quirks get to reactivate, and then at this point it's just a straight up 2-on-1 fight. The sack dude is still knocked out, but these guys are still up. And the dude Tamaki tries to go run the clamps. The dude brings it back to him because of his quirk. Larson, i.e., he essentially has the force where he can pretty much just take weapons and stuff from other people and bring it to himself. That's essentially what his quirk is, I'm assuming. That's at least how it works, I'm assuming. But anyway, so Tamaki's trying to take on these guys using his squid tentacles, trying to take them out. Not really having the best of luck. It's a 2-on-1 assault, as I mentioned before. And of course, you got the crystal dude going out there with a punch. We get some. So then we get some flashback with Tamaki. Back when they were in middle school. And you just see Tamaki just take out this little plant, just this little fucking plant, just nothing major, no like massive squid tentacles, no clams, no chicken feet, no wings, none of that cool shit. We've seen him now. We see him do nowadays. And he's just like, oh, he's like, and the teacher's like, Tamaki, with your quirk, you should be doing a lot cooler shit than this, my friend. He's like, well, yeah, you're still nervous, huh? Well, don't push yourself. Back in line. So then we go over to my man Togata. Man face planted hard on this Braka. So he's like face is like it's like right against, he got like his hands and as well as his fists like pressed against the wood. Well, like it's like I'm pretty sure like his foot managed to get like one of his feet got to get through, but that was about it. It's like I mentioned before, like as they mentioned around at the end of season 3 when Togata faced off against the guys of UA. They I believe it was Aizawa or someone else said, don't be jealous of the quirk. Be jealous of the skill to have the skill to master the quirk, because Togata's quirk is actually kind of shit when you think about it, because the man just goes through everything he goes. It took him years just to not fall through the floor, So, of course, this is him still struggling trying to get through his entire body to go through the floor like he can now. Right now the man can pretty much just go through anyway. He can go through walls, trees, anything he can put in just enough force, just put enough into body to make sure his leg goes through, but it doesn't, not the rest of his body, yada yada yada. Here we see him struggling, we're just like with the face planting. And Togata's like, oh, well, either next time or the time after that, I'm gonna get it right, man. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it right. So, of course, Togata being Togata happy, while everyone else got to be like, they're laughing at it, be like, oh, yeah, sure he will. So, after that, head over, then it's about sunset, I'm assuming they're walking home from school. And Tamaki, he's praising Togata, saying he's great, you shine like the sun, I'm nothing, I'm shit, I ain't worth shit. The man's just shitting on himself, and like as we know, this is kind of Tamaki's gimmick at this point. Like I mentioned before, the man's a parody of Sasuke, and I love every second of it. Like Horikoshi, man, I love it. But anyway, so you go now there. Togata's like, what are you talking about, man? You say I'm like this, I'm not. You act like I'm some awesome hero, but I'm not that great. The only reason I'm as good as I am is because I got you inspiring me. You're so strong, even though you get nervous, you still keep fighting forward without giving up. And that's why I don't want to lose you, man. And Tamaki is just like shocked at this, like, oh my god, typical stuff we see in anime, man. The introvert edgelord that thinks he ain't shit, and his friend who thinks like there's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Tell him like, man, you cool, man, you good, we all seen this before in anime. But anyway, so Tamaki is like, because and then he says, you shine like the sun, so that means that you are greater than that. And so they think of a name, and that's where he gets the name, of course, Suneater. He eats the sun because he is stronger than the sun. And I'm pretty sure that was also like another in-joke from Horikoshi about how depressing he is and how much of an edgelord he is, so he eats the sun because sunshine and rainbows, that's all stuff, while edgelords is all dark and edgy shit. So it probably has a double meaning there, probably. The story meaning and what Horikoshi means, and then the Horikoshi meaning of him, just just kind of like just like a little in joke in there. But anyway, we head over back to the 5. No, and this is when the episode gets tired. You got my man. He unlocks this new form. I forget what the form was called. It was something hybrid, and Yeah, it was like something hybrid where he has like where he pretty much has where if I remember correctly, what he did was he took the squid tentacles and then combined it with the clams to give it, or I think, or it might have like upgraded it with the muscles, or it just might have upped the muscles from the tentacles to give it reinforced, so it doesn't, so it reinforces, so it reinforces, so it has more shock absorber, and that it doesn't get hurt from the crystal guys. And we'll see him, get a match with that on, and it looks super fucking badass, man. I love it. Looks really cool. Yeah, Vast Hybrid was what it's called. And so man, the dude, man, and it's called Chimera. I think it was like Chimera Kraken. And the man just, and I love the look of that helmet, man. It's so cool. And then you've got all this other like armor or like reinforced muscle or whatever, just taking on the tentacles. And he just starts swinging them around like a madman, taking these guys out. Looked super cool, man. I love the use, and I love the kanji they use for these kind of scenes. Black with like some red outlines on it, man. Looks super cool. I love that look. So yeah, so the man just keeps going out. So the man just keeps going ham on these guys. These guys are like, oh shit, we might be in some trouble right here, ladies and gentlemen. We might actually be having some trouble. And so then he calls up the guy, and then he calls up Scarecrow. He says like, hey man, it's lunchtime. And then the man just starts chewing out on the tentacles, just eating. He takes like huge bites of it and just goes, hush, hush, hush. The man's like a fucking piranha, And Toya Setsuno, I believe his name was actually, for the dude with the blonde hair. He says, "Oh yeah, he can eat so much. He can eat huge things in an instant and digest it in seconds. The man's stomach is pretty much unlimited. Like the man is legitimately Pac-Man. He is legit Pac-Man." And he's like, if I didn't know, I'd say you're a match man. So the dude just go like, hush, hush, hush. Tommy K's like, okay, we still good. I got plenty of space to work with. We can work with this. I can still do this. I mean, we still good. So while he's trying to dodge the attacks, Toya Setsuno. I'm sorry, guys. I meant to run everything, but I'm just shit with names. So Toya Setsuno ends up taking his mask from him. Then the dude with the crystals tries to come in there and land a couple of attacks. He lands a punch on, but Tamaki managed to put on a bit of a new mask right in that area, so there would still be, so he wouldn't get the full brunt of the attack. But he's like, so your reaction time is good, but still not enough to go against my crystallization. Punches him again, sends Tamaki flying, and the dude just keeps going, yeah. Like the man keeps going at it. He tries to he's about to put in the neurotoxin tentacles, when he eats some, he won't be able to move again. But before he can do that, the dude takes his tentacles away, and the dude with the crystals comes in there and takes some more punches on him. After that, he's pinned against the wall. They explain on what their backstory is and how they managed to meet up with Overhaul. One of them didn't fit into society and was thrown to the side. Guess which one that was? Ding ding ding, if your answer was Scarecrow, whatever the hell his real name is, you are correct! Another one was betrayed by his lover and left behind a mountain of debt. That one was Toyo Setsuno. And of course, the last one, Mr. Crystal, which like I said, I love the Crystal dude's design. Like his eyes turn to crystals. I love that look. It looks so fucking cool. Anyway. For him, he worked for a guy that was obsessed with money, but once he found out his crystals were worthless and fakes, he was beaten to within an inch of his life and left for dead. And that's when they was met with Overhaul. Come, join me. Someone like you should be left to rot in the gutter. And the mask he's actually wearing is different. Like instead of that beak mask he has nowadays, it was more of a typical face mask you see in Japan. Those normal face masks. That's what it looked like. It looked a little off, honestly, seeing him with that instead of the beak mask. It looked weird, but it did look cool too in its own weird way. And then he says, that we might be human trash, but we have bonds, and he's just going on that he gave us meaning again, all this other stuff. And Tamaki's like, it's not like they're falling out of fear, it's more like they're brainwashed. And so, he's like, nah, and he's like, no, die! Or he's like, you can, he's like, yeah, but you're all gonna get caught and you're all gonna get turned in anyway. It's like, still, even when you're back against the wall, you do not know us. You do not understand us. Now die, hero! And he goes for a punch. And he's like, but before he does that, he says, "All right, I'm gonna attack their teamwork," because he also commented before about how great their teamwork is. So he turns his feet into a bird foot, and then just flicks one of the loose crystals right into fuck, I can't remember his name again. Damn it! I'm just gonna call him Shinji. Into Shinji's eye, the dude with the katana. I forget his name. I'm telling you before, guys. I am shit with names. So anyway, legitimately I am. So he just throws it at him, and then he's like, he's like, he only use larceny on things he can see. After that, he fires off crystals from his own. After that, there's some stuff that happens and some commotion, and then actually Tamaki manages to swallow one of the dude's crystals and eat it, and then he fires out a bunch of crystals from his chest to get him off him before he grabs him with his bird's foot. And then you got what's his name, Scarecrow. I'd be like, eat, and he tries charging at it, but then he just kind of like pushes him against all three of them and just pins them against the wall, knocking them all out. Which legit, that dude eat, he sounded like those fucking seagulls from Finding Nemo, remember the ones that be like, my, he sounded like one of those fucking seagulls, but anyway. So they're knocked out, and that is where the episode ends. Now, before I end this review, there's one last thing I want to quickly talk about before we end this here. I gotta talk about Tamaki's quirk real quick. Now, we know that what he eats is what makes him get his power. But, like, Shiri mentioned this in one of his reviews, like, when we first saw Tamaki's quirk, 2 weeks ago, the episode where we saw, Red Ride Unbreakable. He mentions, like, what if he ate Izuku? What if he inherited One for All? Well, it looks like he's actually right about that, because the dude ate one of those crystals, and thereby he could fire off crystals from his body. So say if he was able to eat, like, say, some of Izuku's hair, would he then inherit One for All, or use it for a bit, or like have some version, like some less powerful version of One for All in him? Would he be able to use it? It's an interesting question that I'm curious if Horikoshi is ever gonna like bring that up or do anything similar to that where he's gonna like answer that question. He probably won't be. He probably won't. It'll probably just be like something that the fans will just debate over, in like threads and forums and YouTube videos and such. But it's definitely kind of interesting. It does like little dimension add to Tamaki's quirk. Like, could he inherit One for All if he was to eat Izuku's hair or something? But anyway, I'm into here, guys. So overall, this episode was awesome. Great voice acting from the English dub as always. Gotta give a huge spot to the guy that's voicing Tamaku is the same guy that voices Senku. Great stuff. I love this show, man. Can't for next week. That's gonna be awesome with Kirishima. That's gonna be awesome. Definitely gonna react to that because we're also gonna look like we're gonna get some more background on his backstory. So that's gonna be awesome. And yeah, man. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. And also, more before I end this, my final verdict for this episode, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, guys. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag, and links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.